So Joe Blanchard is, he was a high school football star in Parsons, Kansas. He grew to 6 foot, 225 pounds, stud of an athlete. I won't read the whole thing, but he also works for the other WWA, whereas we are WWA Andre. Hopefully we'll just be able to wipe them out, war them off the map, but we're not at war yet. But he is the other WWA's World Tag Team Champion, or one half of them, with the Baron von Raschke. So together, those two both hold the WWE World Tag Team titles. And if you remember correctly, we actually had just introduced our own WWA Tag Team titles. So, World Tag Team Championships. So, Ron and Robert won those in a match against the Mongols last time we'd met in a steel cage match against the Mongols. But this time, Baron and Blanchard are going to run out and do a promo on the Fullers, challenge the legitimacy of their WWA World Tag Team titles, and the Fullers challenge them to a match. Match is accepted. Let's do it right now. So it's a hot open to our show. Then we're going to have a Lawler and Dundee versus the Mongols match, Dusty versus Billy Graham, Andre versus Ivan Putski in the main event, Piper and Poffo for our post-show. And then if you'll look down here at our pre-show, we got Jimmy Snuka versus a local talent that we hired in. He's going to get a promo in. Rhodes and Graham are going to promo earlier on before the crowds will mostly arrive. Not that there's much of a crowd at our shows. And we have a Charlie Fulton versus Norval Austin after Austin promo. Norval Austin, not Austin 316. So, without further ado, let's get into it, man. I mean, what else could you possibly want to see on a Tuesday than some TEW? Yeah, let's start up. Austin cuts a 20. Very, very poor at improvising dialogue. But this is the pre-show. We're not too worried about ratings on the pre-show. If anything, we're just giving him a little bit of a chance to improve his ability to improvise and just promo in general. And as well as that, we're going to give him a chance to, get himself over. He's just got a local talent here. The local talent, while rusty, is pulling a better number than our good buddy Norval here. That might be something we have to look into. Okay, Norval Austin doesn't know how to call in ring. That's another thing that we're dealing with. We're working him up. All right, we're gonna get him doing a little better. Dusty was very poor when trying to improvise dialogue. Wow. You don't see that every day. Billy Graham worked the crowd well. Maybe that's why he was in there with Billy Graham. Phew, that's a tough matchup on the mic. Jimmy Snuka, able to shine on his own, had a nice promo and a solid match with a rusty Randy who doesn't know how to call in ring. It's okay, he doesn't work for me, so not too worried about it. Baron von Raschke debuted his foreigner cocky gimmick. Joe Blanchard debuted his Man on a Mission realistic gimmick. It's gotten an initial rating of great. All right. The Fullers versus Baron and Blanchard storyline started with this segment. I don't think... Yeah, here, we'll keep it going. Fuller Brothers defeated the other WWA, that off-brand WWA, defeated their world champions. So this gives me a good, like, in storyline reason to have my own world title champions and all that stuff. Confusingly, Joe Blanchard and Frank Villalobos are on different sides of the face heel divide. And Frank brought these guys in. Frank brought in these two gentlemen as well to be the conjoining factor. So yeah, we've got them. They're not. There's one face and one heel, so it's one of those kind of tag teams. Maybe I should take Frankie Boy out of there. But anyway, we did this is a great match. This could have easily been the main event, and they will main event at future times. But I gave them a storytelling 19-minute match to give everybody a nice reason for these guys to hate each other. They are both claiming to be the WWA World Tag Team Champions, just two separate entities of the World Wrestling Association. But, hey, Baron and Joe work for both of us, so it is what it is. Great opening match, followed by one that Lawler didn't really put a whole lot of time into, or a whole lot of great performance into. I was going to say, too, it's too short for time, but it is what it is. Well, we'll take that. Jerry Lawler's getting better at his gimmick. Dundee and Lawler have great chemistry. Beppo and Ghetto have great chemistry. So, yeah, Lawler and Dundee's probably going to be another tag team that we see around. So, 4 teams, we've got a division. We've got a division cooking. Dusty Rhodes versus Billy Graham have great chemistry, and it showed in their performances. The match was a little too short. And Billy Graham defeated Dusty Rhodes after blatantly cheating. I don't like my faces losing by submission, but if Billy Graham's cheating, as long as he's cheating, you know what I mean? All right. Wow. One step below. Just one little tiny tick down on the segment rating. Andre the Giant versus Ivan Putski. Andre and Bobby have great chemistry. Match was buzzing. The crowd was buzzing. Okay. 48, though. That's a great main event for us. One with the double underhook suplex. That's not even a move that Andre used a lot in his early career, but I like the idea of him just like double underhooking and like fully like just bridging out. Andre the Giant bridging out a double underhook suplex and scoring the pinfall that way. I think that seems pretty cool visual image. Wow. Piper and Poffo. Piper was the one. The performance of Angelo Poffo was good, even though he was struggled going off script. Piper worked the crowd well, using this freedom to improvise to his advantage. And wow, it showed. A 47. That's beautiful angle. Piper had a 29 and Poffo had a 58. Angelo defeated Roddy with a front face lock submission maneuver. That could, I mean, if these guys were bringing it, right? Penalized for poor condition, inconsistency. Piper for inexperience. Okay, they weren't holding back at least. I was going to say, if they were holding back, because this is the post show, then that could easily be a main event. And it still could be, but, you know, we got world titles to defend and stuff like that. Andre's our main eventer. That being said, I think we're going to talk to Dusty. And who else did a really great job? Could do Billy Graham. I could do Pafo. I think Billy Graham, Dusty and Billy Graham are both going to be. That program was great. They have excellent chemistry. Just have excellent chemistry, and you will be praised. That's what I want my locker room to understand. All right, we lost under 1,000 running this show, so just that little extra 850. But it was worth it to bring in a couple of. Not that would have made up the whole 850 by no means, but it is worth it to bring in a couple of local workers to get my guys over a little bit more. And yeah, we're increasing in popularity. Media scrum, no thank you. Angelo Paffo says Roddy Piper is clumsy. I'd cut him loose before he gets someone seriously hurt. Fuck you. Dusty says Jimmy Snuka is clumsy. Let him go before he gets someone seriously hurt. Well, I would think that if anyone's going to get seriously hurt by Jimmy Snuka, it's going to be Nancy Argentino. Ivan Putski needs to learn how to sell. He's not worth pushing until that's addressed. Kind of agree there. Yeah. He put on a poor performance in that match with Andre. Our next show is in 27 days. All right, let's get it going. The Fullers, the Mongols. Don't we have Joe and... Well, yeah, I guess I could keep beating them. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to want them as a tag team. They have been holding those belts for 222 days, but they just lost to the Fuller brothers, who hold the real WWA World Tag Team Championships. They don't even have championships after their tag team. There's tag team titles. They're not the tag team championship titles. That's for sure. Oh wow, their third reign is to present. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say usually that's a lot longer. But yeah, the Mongols are running Quebec, but we're running Detroit. Pafo needs him. I don't think he needs to manage anybody right quite yet. We'll just go to the end of the month. Why not? Spin it back, spin around the block, go to the end of the month. I'll advance it right along here. Mike Boyette, born April 24th, 1943, Tucson, Arizona. Mike Boyette. Yep, that was him. That was Mike Boyette. Stan Nielsen, infamous brother tag teams, actually started in professional wrestling because his real brother, Laddie, who's 3 years older than Nelson, we'll never know. We'll never know the rest of that story. There's no way for us to find it. Other than looking the guy up. Actually, it'd probably be better if we just looked up Laddie at that point, right? Laddie, baddie, boom, baladdy. The Ladster. We're already in April. April 71, baby. Time's flying. We're going to be in May, actually. So, we're on our run of shows where Andre's going undefeated. The real life Andre the Giant undefeated streak was supposedly 15 years of being undefeated up until WrestleMania 3. Now, the only caveat is that the Gorilla Monsoon claim there only includes pinfall and submission losses. So a DQ and a countout loss were not included in that claim. So that goes back to 72. We're not even into 72 yet. And Andre's real undefeated streak was actually he was undefeated for a long time in France and before. Let's see. Trying to look when the first time he was actually defeated at. Made his Japanese debut in 1970. So even everything up to that point, his TV debut, national televised match, defeated Franz von Buten for the FFC World Heavyweight Championship in 68. 69, he defeated Jimmy Hussey, father of Mark Rocco. He was already traveling to Germany, Australia, New Zealand, and Africa at this point. But then when he goes to Japan, that would have been in 1970. So in this game, instead of going to Japan, Andre goes to America, baby. But he's legitimately undefeated at that point. Becoming a business. Okay. Yeah, they got Frank Veloise in there. Wrestling in France. He made his TV debut that year. Okay. So he's already got 4 years undefeated. In 1971, Rusimov, that's Andre's real last name, was defeated by Adnan El Kasi in Baghdad in 1971, which would not be in our timeline because I personally became an embodied Andre before that time. So our undefeated streak is well intact. Right now, Andrei Rusimov, or Andre the Giant, has it looks like 3-year career of being undefeated. Yeah. I don't know why it says early career starts in 64, but he didn't even meet Frank Veloise until 66. Was billed as, oh, okay, maybe yeah, he was early. 18, he moved to Paris, and Robert Legat was booking him. Trained at night and worked as a mover during the day to pay for living expenses. And he was named after a folk hero, Grand Ferret, which later became Jean Ferret. So I believe he was defeated all through that time as well, or undefeated all through that time as well. So really, if we wanted to say, Andre's undefeated streak, we could say he was undefeated from 64 at the age of 18, it looks like, up until now. Which gives me a bit of a head start on being 7 years undefeated already. 50th state's going under. We are too small to buy them. Yeah. That's rough. Sorry to see it. AWA signs Sonny King. Not sorry to see that. I'm glad he's getting some work. All right, what did we do? We made some money. Pretty consistently. We spent $1 less on workers. And we got about 40 extra bucks in sponsorship money. Sold a little less merchandise. And a little less tickets. Damn, okay. Wonder what the economy is up to. It doesn't say. It's not in any dire straits, or we'd know. Oh, strong and falling, very strong and falling. Well, the trend line is down, so that's unfortunate. But oh wow, it's the first, and that's our show's tomorrow night. Okay, that makes sense. Not prestigious at all, and very low momentum. Beautiful. Just what I wanted to see. That we're not prestigious whatsoever, and that we have very low momentum. Andre's belt's prestige is going up, though. 6 years of experience. Okay, so yeah, they give him the same time. They say he starts at 18. So I'll trust it. That's what we're going to go with. He's 6 years undefeated at wrestling. Andre the Giant. And he's now almost been champion for a year. Just a couple months under a year. He's been champ for 10 months. We will see if anyone will be able to end that crazy reign that he's got going on. And by we will see, I mean not this episode. All right, who do we need to give the night off? Because I'm sure we got to give somebody the night off. Just had Angelo Poffo debut. Dusty's a major star. No, the Fullers we need. No Mongols? Where are my Mongols at, bro? They somewhere else? We got Joe. We got the Baron. All right. Well, maybe this is maybe we just hold on to these guys then. Oh shit. I swear there's another guy in the booking. Yeah, well, it happens. Come up with a couple of finishes. Hey, there's a good one for Billy Graham. Locker room is a buzz after Jimmy Snuka and Norval Austin got into a huge row. Had to be physically separated. Jimmy Snuka is wild. Norval Austin is driven. Word is Joe Blanchard has been openly questioning Frank Veloise being senior road agent. Joe Blanchard has the personality. Professional. Well, fucking keep it professional then, fool. Frank was here first. Plus, Frank's Andre's homie. What do you think you're gonna fucking just roll up and get everything? Become the senior road agent? Been here 2 months. Senior, fuck off. How about that? All right. I think we do a team bonding. Hey, look at that. Me and Frank. That's my only homie. Wow. Holy shit. Everybody's major stars. Everybody. Almost. There's no absent workers? What's going on? Because there's no Mongols either. Okay, no, there are Mongols. What did I have? Oh, I think I had it filtered, didn't I? Okay. Well, we have a wealth of talent for this show. Definitely should have given some people some days off. But it is what it is. Who's Andre going to go up against? That's what we need to know first and foremost. We've got Andre the Giant, Dusty, Joe Blanchard, and Ron Fuller are my faces. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go take his... We'll go take Frank off of him real quick. And Dusty. Oh no, not Dusty. Joe. Good old Dusty Joe. All right. We have Andre the Giant. I don't want to go up against any of those guys. Let me see my heels. Billy Graham's a heel. Okay, Hart's a heel. We got George Steele's a heel. Abby and George Steele. I might try Abby and George Steele in a tag match. Jerry's going to be in a tag match. Bill Dundee. Ivan Putski was his opponent last time. Piper or Snuka? Think we got to pick somebody else. Let's see. Do we want Billy Graham to go up against him this early? Billy's on a hot streak. I want to keep it going a little bit longer. Pafo, but Pafo won't lose, if I remember correctly. I mean, I might make him lose. Fuck it. Extremely unhappy, huh? How about this? Andre's the victor. We'll keep Angie strong. Come on, Angie. What is your problem, pal? How'd you like to consider someone putting someone over in a match? How about fucking me? Okay, thank you, motherfucker. That's what I thought. Ain't keeping you strong though. Get that shit out of here. Do storytelling. Cool. Cool. Now I want to do 2v2. Part 2. Baron Blanchard versus the Fullers. Do we just do regular for this one? What do we think? There's still a storyline going on. We might as well do a storytelling. Good old Joe Blanchard. Okay, his psychology is a little bit higher, but still. No reason to bitch like that. Bitch in such a manner. All right, we got the Lawler, Dundee, and the Mongols. I actually want to do Abby and George Steele. Gary Hart's boys. Versus cold, very warm. Mongols. Lawler and Dundee won. So why don't we do Lawler and Dundee versus Abby and George Steele? George Steele is going to go over. I don't even think we can really do an open match with these two monsters. We could do Tainted, though. Gary Hart helps him cheat. I think we're going to have actually Jerry Lawler gets attacked by Gary Hart as part of the finish. Okay. 3 matches, man. Maybe we'll throw a squash in here. And then make some more room. Dusty versus Billy was a really good match. I think they're going to have a program down the line, but I need to get Dusty some momentum. Actually think this might be a funny way to do it. Not funny, but a fine way to do it, maybe. We do Dusty and Putski. I don't know why I haven't Putski's a face. But he is. Dusty goes over. I'm going to make Ghetto be the loser because he's got the most momentum and everything. Ivan Putski can't work, but it's fine. It's on the post show. Billy Graham. I could have Billy Graham do a squash. But I don't really want to squash any of these guys. They don't have a lot going for them. As it is. Let's see. Graham's a heel. Where's my baby face? Mickey Doyle? Hmm. J.J. Dillon. Interesting. Fulton just competes, dude. He's not usually anything, dude. He usually sits on the sidelines. We'll give him a chance. I know I had him last week, but it is what it is. So, Billy Graham versus Charlie Fulton. Nope. I think we'll do that. Billy Graham dominates. And leaves me 5 minutes for matches. I think we're good. So, yeah, we don't want to do too many tags back to back. Oh, okay. Cool. I think the promo should be Andre Pafo because that's gonna be our big match. Yeah, we only need one good promo. Just gotta make sure it's good. Which, for our company size, even putting Andre on the mic, we're gonna be fine there. So Bobby is working with Andre, Gary's working with his boys, Frank is not working. He worked last time. Frank's working as a road agent, Stu's working as a referee. We got Jimmy, Roddy, and Norval. So just because of where we're at the moment, Norval still needs to improve. We're going to put Snuka over. And we're going to hire another local guy. A young whippersnapper. Eric Bailey, huh? Okay. We're going to bring him in as a face. Oh, wait, is Piper a face? That might have been a bad move. Piper is face. So I just got to switch him. He can work face or heel. You know what I mean? Fuck it. All right. And then we'll do a match with those two gentlemen. Where Piper goes over Bailey. I'm going to give Piper a promo on the pre-card. Five minutes is a long time, but whatever. All right, looks good to me. Let's try it out. Piper had a solid 26 for a promo. A 9 from Eric? Damn, Eric. Okay. Piper choked him out. Pinfall after a Superfly splash. Jimmy Snuka defeats Norval Austin. Andre and Bobby. Oh, I thought it was Andre and Pafo. Damn. Andre's gimmick is getting stale? Well, we got to fix that right now. He is a giant. That's true. Okay. Oh, no. What? Grade 0? That doesn't seem too serious, right? He should be okay. What happened? George Steele was head and shoulders above everyone else. Deceleration, huh? Okay. Okay. Billy Graham and Charlie Fulton have great chemistry. Well, Charlie, you might have just got yourself a regular fucking gig. Oh, shit. That was a good match. That was a really good match. Excellent match. Beautiful main event. Holy shit. Pafo defeated. Andre victorious. Solid. Addressed the locker room. Angelo Pafo pointed out as a good example, taking that job. And we'll talk up Dusty again because he's great. Unavailable for 5 days. That's not so bad. And our popularity went up. Money went down. It is what it is. All right. Pafo opinion. Jimmy's clumsy. Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to run it to the next month, and then I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Wasn't even here to see it, but I appreciate it. We're playing some TEW9 as Andre the Giant, 1970 mod, about a year and a half in, so it's really heating up. Yes, thanks for the chat. What's up? Appreciate the love. Was going through earlier and telling everyone about Andre's undefeated streak. If we're going to be able to match it, I really want to be able to match it, but I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to play this for 15 years, right? All the way to 85. I guess we could. It's not too crazy. I'm trying to go local to global, so we're going to get there. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Thank you for asking. Doing pretty good, all things considered. Doing great. Love to hear it. It's good to be great. Appreciate you stopping in and checking out the wrestling we got going on. I'm going to do a quick overview of the stories. I haven't really done that this episode yet either. It might help me refresh a little bit. Although I was checking it out a little bit before we started. Oh man. That's an unfortunate photo. Cowboy Bill Watts. Born May 5th, 1939, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Tough as they come inside the square circle. And outside of the ring. No nonsense approach. I wouldn't want any nonsense if I approached him either. Duncan McTavish. Scotland. Come knock, Scotland. Just come and knock if you want to come in. East Ayrshire. Oh yeah, I can pronounce Scottish stuff. Baron von Raschke went from average to toned. Good for you, Baron. We appreciate that. Our merchandising level has upgraded. We love that for us. We missed that we didn't do that earlier, but we love that for us. We can delete those notes. Merchandise. We'll probably just start regular upgrading. Running cost would be $1,200 a month. Running cost is $750 a month. That's fine. We did lose some more cash here. Spent a lot on workers. We didn't have anyone sitting home last time. We spent a lot on merchandise as well for our first month there. All right, let's get to our show. Quickly though, I will check out the storylines. What do I like in this game? I like a lot about this game. I mean, it's solid. User interface wise, it's kind of just like a series of spreadsheets, but it works out. It works out. And there's a lot of things I complain about Grey Dogs and the guy Adam that makes this game, but at the end of the day, I mean, I've put hundreds of hours into TEW and I like it. I like it a lot. We got a little managerial conflict going on. I like the way they handle storylines, the way that, that kind of stuff, especially in this version of the game where it's just a lot more manageable to like handle your storylines. I used to play like TEW9 2010, I would play only companies that don't have storylines, to be honest, because it was just too much to manage with the angles and all that stuff. Artists to do custom artwork for the channel. Not really at this time. I have a few people that I work with. If you wanted to add me on Discord, it's the same, same way it's spelled here. Just no gaming, just Izzy Dexter. That's where I do all my stuff. Where I can check your stuff out and we can go from there. But I'm not, to be totally honest, I'm not looking for any art at the moment. All right, bet. Thank you. Yeah, I'll check it out. See what you got. Um, Eventually I'm gonna need to add some emotes and add some other stuff. But just trying to grow the channel as I go. Keep it, manageable and everything. I had a big subathon last month. So we're actually starting to get to the point where I can where I'm starting to see profit, but like not profit really, because I put a lot of money and work into this channel, but I'm starting to see revenue that I can actually extract from Twitch, which is awesome spot to be in. It's an awesome feeling to have, even if it's only $50. At the end of it's almost 6 months, but either way, it's nice to have. It's always a blessing to have anybody stop in and say hey or check out the work. So really appreciate it. We're gonna do one more book here. We're gonna book one more show. I think. Should I leave them off of it? Let me do this. We're gonna do one more show and then I will pop over to Discord. I just don't have it open right now, and but I will pop over there as soon as I end the show here, and I'll accept it, and then we'll be good to go. Yeah. Should be just like 5 or 10 minutes as I get this stuff set up. I want to give a couple people a night off, though. Let's give Putski a night off. Yeah, we really don't need Abby. We don't need Abby or George Steele. Those guys are a little too expensive anyway. Should I give... We're going to give Lawler a night off, too. Well, no, I mean, he's all better. Yeah, it'll be fine. Piper, Fuller... Snooker can't really afford to have one off. We'll give Pafo a night off. Yeah. That's cool. Small fire means that tonight's venue has been temporarily evacuated while the blaze is tackled. It's a fairly minor inconvenience and will have no impact on attendance, but it does mean that you won't have as much time to hold your regular booking meeting. As a result, the amount of creative energy you can generate is going to be reduced. Damn. And we only had 2 guys made it to the meeting. 62. That's a very low amount of creative energy. We're lucky we could hold the show at all. If there's a whole fire in the venue, though, right? They got into a blazing argument outside the venue. Blazing like the fire, or that why they were outside the venue? We're doing a fire drill, everybody. The backstage rumor mill has been in overdrive as Billy Graham and Jimmy Snuka apparently got into a heated argument. Egomaniac versus a wild personality. There is some heat between Joe Blanchard and Frank Villuis. The former said that he disagreed with the choice of the senior as road agent. With the choice, yeah, okay. We get it, Joe. You're pissed off. Baron Von Raschke and Jimmy Snuka had a hilarious backstage. Kept the atmosphere relaxed with their hilarious back and forth bantering. So Snuka was in a fucking argument, like a straight up yelling in each other's faces argument earlier in the night, and now he's just playing around and like joshing backstage. Gotta love it. I think we do another team bonding. It's been going well. Even if it's just these, yeah, me and Frank, Stu and Rick over here. Or Ron, or whoever the fuck that was. Joe Lewis is fine. We don't need to give him anybody. Angelo's not here. Who we got? Andre the Giant. He's going up against Dusty Rhodes tonight, folks. Dusty Rhodes, brother. Never happened before. And we'll give Andre the fucking dub. But we're gonna make it an open match. We're gonna keep Dusty. I don't know if we're gonna keep him strong, but we're gonna let him do okay against Andre. Keeping him strong would be like if Andre actually leaves his feet. We're not gonna do that. Alright, I guess he's bitching. Maybe we'll do that. He can knock Andre down once. That's it. I don't bump for nobody, brother. Not even Dusty Rhodes. Alright, we got Billy Graham. And Snuka. Billy Graham. We're going to do a steal the show style. This is going to be the third matchup of Baron and Blanchard versus the Fullers. They're going to do it in a cage this time. We'll have Ron win. I think that one almost needs to open the match, open the show. We don't need Heenan. Okay, Mongols versus Dundee and Jerry Lawler. Piper defeats Norval Austin's a fine addition to this card. All right, Andre versus Dusty will be our angle. The Mongols versus Lawler and Dundee. All right. Stu, Frank, and Heenan are all that's left. All right, we're good. Oh. Ugh. Got a tickle in my throat. It's making me make my eyes water. All right. Bobby and Andre have great chemistry. Roddy and Norval. Fullers had a pretty good match there. Lost heat. Okay. For that being the big blow off cage match, maybe I should have done a steal the show for them as well. But I had them open it. Ooh. And they wouldn't have liked it anyway because they don't like when the matches are short. Billy Graham defeats Jimmy Snuka in a bear hug. Andre defeats Dusty Rhodes. I thought it was Andre and Dusty again, but nope. Just Andre and Bobby. They stay having good chemistry. Defense number 9 of the World Heavyweight Championship title. And Lawler and Dundee get defeated. Beppo pins Jerry Lawler after a Russian backbreaker. Beautiful. 49. Good match rating. Let's see. Who do we want to praise for this show? Dusty did good. Do Jerry too. Dusty and Jerry. Only lost $95 on the whole show. That's going to be a nice profit for our overall month here. But we'll check the month's profits for June when we're back at it in the next one. Hopefully next week, but you know how I am with TEW Tuesday. We will see. But either way, I hope to see you there. Peace out. See you in the next one. Like and subscribe. Follow. All that great stuff. I appreciate